Back to another album review. Today's review is on In Utero from Nirvana. It's the third and final studio album from Nirvana, as well as the last material released and they were still together. And before I start talking about the album, I need to point out this is actually the 20th anniversary edition with 4 discs. But we'll get to that when I discuss the songs. Groundline that Nirvana originally wanted this album to be significantly different from Nevermind. Although Nirvana's previous studio album, Nevermind, was a massive success and made grunge become mainstream, the band themselves were dissatisfied and considered the album to be, quote, too polished. I also read that Kurt Cobain told Rolling Stone magazine in '92 that In Utero would showcase both extremes of Nirvana's music while simultaneously containing more raw-sounding material. In order to maintain this sound, they brought in Steve Albini to produce the album since they didn't want In Utero to sound anything like Nevermind. I mentioned before that Steve would later go on to produce Razorblade Suitcase for Bush, and he would later work as a sound engineer for The Fragile by Nine Inch Nails. Though I already talked about those albums earlier on the series. This album was recorded between February 12th and 26th of '93 at Pachyderm Studio in Cannon Falls, Minnesota, and was released on September 21st, '93 under DGC Records. I actually read that Nirvana and Steve imposed on a 2-week deadline for recording the album. Once recording was completed, rumors were circulating that DGC wouldn't release the album in its original state. So Nirvana themselves declined those rumors. However, they did want some parts to be remixed, but Steve Albini didn't want to do it. And because of this, they decided to bring in Scott Litt to remix the single versions of Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies. Of course, most people know Scott for working with R.E.M. among other artists. One thing that needs to be mentioned is that the title was originally going to be called I Hate Myself and Want to Die, which was a phrase that Kurt Cobain used in his journals back in the middle of '92. Back then, he used that phrase whenever someone would ask him how he was doing. He wanted this to be the title as a joke, but Chris Novoselic urged Kurt to change the title because it would probably result in a lawsuit, because people would take the title seriously. Later settled on In Utero for the title after a poem that was written by Courtney Love. And one thing I read online is that DGC Records decided to take a low-key approach to promoting this album in order to avoid overhyping it. This album had debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and sold over 180,000 copies in the U.S. during the first week. It later went up to sell over 15 million copies worldwide and was certified 5 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Now let's talk about the songs. Keep in mind, this is a 4-disc set. This one has remastered versions of the songs, and we're going to discuss each of them along with the bonus tracks. The album starts with Serve the Servants, which was released as a promo single on September 13th, '93, exactly 8 days before the album. The song was originally written in '92, and the lyrics discuss Kurt's struggles with fame and his family life. However, this is the only song on the album that has never been recorded as a full demo before being recorded for the album. Is that Kurt said that the song was pretty much completed and the song was released on the album as is. It's also a great way to start the album. It's followed up by Scentless Apprentice. The song in particular contains both elements of hard rock and noise rock, not just grunge. The next song is my favorite Nirvana song, and it's called Heart-Shaped Box. The song was released as a single on August 30th, '93, which was less than a month before the album was released. The song was written in early '92, though the song was originally to be called Heart-Shaped Coffin. The song ended up getting a music video. It was directed by Kevin Kerslake, and I'll post a link to the video in the description. The video was also featured on Beavis and Butthead, and Beavis and Butthead responded positively to it. It's also the last song Nirvana ever performed live on March 1st, '94 in Munich. It's followed up by Rape Me, which was released as a single with All Apologies on December 6th, '93. The song was written in May of '91. It was first performed live on June 18th of the same year at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz. Nirvana originally wanted to play the song at the '92 MTV Video Music Awards, but but the executives suggested that they play Smells Like Teen Spirit instead. The song was first recorded in October of '92 with Jack Endino serving as the producer. The final version, which is on this album, was recorded in February of '93. Francis Farmer will have a Revenge on Seattle is after that. After that is Dumb. The song was written in the summer of 1990. The song made its live debut at the Off-Ramp Cafe in Seattle on November 25th of the same year. The final version was recorded in February of '93 and can be heard on this album. It features Kara Shaley on the cello. Barry Abe and Milkett are after that. Next song is Pennyroyal Tea, which was originally going to be released as a single in April of '94. But it was canceled because of the untimely death of Kurt Cobain on April 5th of '94. The single was eventually released on April 19th of 2014. The title is a reference to a tea made from boiling the leaves of Mentha Palladium. I think that's how you say it. That's sometimes referred to as pennyroyal, and is often used in medicine. That's followed by a radio-friendly unit shifter and Tourette's. The album ends with All Apologies, which was released as a single on December 6, '93 with Rape Me. The song was written by Kurt in 1990. The first version was recorded by Craig Montgomery at Music Source Studios in Seattle on January 1st, '91. The final version that you can hear on this album was recorded in February of '93. I read that music journalist Gillian G. Garr described the song as, quote, having a more upbeat pop folk sound. I read that Kurt dedicated the song to his wife, Courtney Love, and their daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, during their performance at the Reading Festival in Reading, England, on August 30th of '92. Now we get to the bonus tracks. First three are Gallons of Rubbing Alcohol Flow Through the Strip, Marigold, and Moist Vagina, which were all B-sides. After that is a re-recorded version of Sappy. And there's a song called I Hate Myself and Want to Die, which first appeared on the Beavis and Butthead Experience. Then there's the single versions of Pennyroyal Tea, Heart-Shaped Box, and All Apologies. Now, Disc 2 contains original demos of the songs, and Disc 2 has original demos of the songs that are on Disc 1, along with Forgotten Tune, which was Rehearsal, and Gem, which was only a demo. Disc 3 has the audio versions of the songs from the Live and Loud performance from '93. Disc 4 is a DVD with that performance, with some live bonus tracks. From what I read is that this album was met with nearly perfect reviews, and rightfully so. Not only do I find this to be even better than Nevermind, I personally find it to be the best album that Nirvana have ever done. If I was to make a video of the top 10 best albums of the '90s, I can guarantee that this album will make the list. I strongly recommend this album. And that's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. And be sure to follow me on social media. There's links in the description. And leave a comment if you like. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Saturday with another review.